Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live session. Today, we just want to talk about how to access credit facilities using NFTs and DeFi. NFTs refers to non-fungible tokens, and DeFi is decentralized finance, and all of this stuff are built on the blockchain technology. So, I have with me here today Mr. Ozo Mbamalu, who is an expert in the crypto space and is also an expert when it comes to blockchain technology. So he's going to tell us a bit about what we are going to be doing today because I assume that most of us here are just farmers who are not deep in the blockchain technology. So you're going to expose us to how we can leverage the blockchain technology to gain access to credit facility that will help us boost our business. Mr. Ozo, please tell us about yourself and tell us more about FarmBits. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Chibuzo. My name is Uzo Chuku, and I'm the CEO of Power Remix, as well as I work with the FarmBit team. So I was really intrigued when I was brought on board, you know, on the FarmBit team because I believe most people in Africa have difficulty when it comes to accessing loans, and fintech is something that really gets me intrigued. So the whole concept of using DeFi and NFT to assess loan, it's really so innovative to me, and that's why I'm so excited to work with Fundbeats.
All right, great. Thanks for that quick introduction. So, I gathered a few questions while from my people, from other farmers concerning FarmBit and assessing loans. First, what is FarmBit per se? Can you tell us more about FarmBit? What is FarmBit?
Okay, FarmBit is a fintech company that leverage on both DeFi and NFT to make assessing loans not just for farmers alone, but for any business person very easy. So the whole concept is this. Let's assume you have machineries, and then you have a running business, you have your invoices. So with what we have in place at Fundbeats, you can tokenize those machineries and as well as those your business invoices, and then you convert it into an NFT, and then leveraging on both DeFi, we make it very easy for you to trade those NFTs for cash. So it makes accessing credit facilities extremely easy. So that's the whole concept, combining both DeFi and the NFTs to make accessing loans very easy. So that's the whole concept of Fundbeats.
All right. You said something about tokenize. I see you're in an E3. We apologize for that noise. You could
I'm
not make
I'm
it
so
home. If
sorry.
not, you'll be stuck in traffic.
Yeah, I should have been in my workstation right now, but I came for a meeting, so I just said, let me just. I can't. Driving back home will be a problem. My workstation will take some time. I don't want to miss out, so that's why I'm here.
That's fine. That's fine. No problem. So you said something about tokenization. How does the whole process of tokenization work? Like, how do I tokenize my machinery or my assets, real life assets?
Okay, so the first stage has to do with valuation. So let's assume you have a property, right? So the first thing we need to do to really, before we tokenize it, has to be, we need to know the value of that property. So we have partnerships with some microfinance banks that help us with those valuations. So we value your real estate or probably your assets, and then we have, this is the value of it, and then leveraging on the blockchain technology, we convert those real life assets into digital assets. So it becomes, that's the process of tokenization. I don't want to go into complexity. Just we convert those real assets into digital assets, so it becomes tradable, just like we have cryptocurrency. It becomes like a digital asset in that sense. So,
Okay, becomes digital asset. Oh, great, wonderful. So, how about somebody who does not have any physical asset and then is looking to look for maybe startup capital to start his business? Is that possible via FarmBit?
Okay, so the loans we that you can access on Fundbeats are asset-backed loans. So it's a collateralized loan. So you need to have something in place. So you don't just um, well, of course, right now we don't have the facilities to start funding startups. So you need to have something in place. You need to have an asset. So that those assets is what we tokenize. So let's assume you don't have an asset, but you have a running business, and let's assume you have invoices to prove that your business is profitable, right? We can as well tokenize that invoice and turn it into a digital asset and make it tradable. So that's yeah.
Oh, great, great. So, this is quite interesting. So, how about, you know, because this is a farmers community. All right, I think we have somebody at the back seat too. So this is a farmers community, and most of the people here are farmers. Most of the people watching now are farmers. Um,
Mhm.
is this offer exclusive to some kind of farming system? Because for some kind of farms, what they can show is maybe probably a land where they grow their crops. So is it like that land? What happens if they're unable to? Is there like any uh, defaulting rule, a fee or fine when somebody defaults to pay and all of that? And I also like to know the interest rates.
Okay, so the interest rate and the interest rate is all based on the free market. So we don't determine the interest rate. It's all based on what the market deem the interest rate to be, right? So it's all based on it's driven by demand and supply. So if and not only that, also if your asset is deemed to be extremely risky, when the valuation is done by our partners and then they said, oh, this asset is risky, well, your interest is going to be high. And also, if we have, leveraging on DeFi, so if we have enough liquidity, well, we have enough cash to be disbursed. So we have low interest rates in that. So putting all this is in place, the algorithm just give an arbitrary number of the interest rate. So we don't have, but our interest rate is extremely low compared to the traditional banking system. So yeah.
All right. Thank you for that quick one. I can see the CEO of FarmBit is behind the stage, but he cannot join us because his device is having some issues, not connected. So we'll just go on. So, guys, if you're just joining us, please, I'd like you to leave your questions down in the comment section, and then we'll be answering all of them in this session. All right. If you have any question, just drop it in the comment section area, and then we'll mention that. Some people are already here. Are like Mayor is saying hi. All right, Mayor is saying hi. All right, welcome, Mayor. So anybody that has a question, just make sure you drop your comment in the comment section. All right, back to you, Mr. Ozo. Okay, you said something about liquidity. When you say liquidity, where is the liquidity coming from?
Okay, so
Can you
we created an
break it down?
yeah, we created an incentive system that we reward people for staking their coins. So let's assume you like in the real world bank system right now, you put your money in the bank and then well the bank doesn't give you or if they're going to give you a return for saving your money in the bank, it's going to be like, well, I don't know how much they pay, but it's less than a percentage in Nigeria. So but with the system we put in place, so you can stake your stable coins and as well as you can stake the native coin we have, the farm Bitcoin, right? And then you get reward for that. So in that sense, you're providing liquidity, for people that want easy credit, for people that want that want to access our financial facilities. So we reward people for doing that. We put an incentive for people to provide liquidity, you for those loans exactly. So that's the concept of liquidity provided.
Oh, network issue. All right. Great, great. So I'll just bring Mr. Nicholas on screen. Mr. Nicholas, Daniel, welcome. It's great to have you here. I think you're muted. Let me unmute you. Oh,
Okay.
great. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Are we fine now?
Yeah, very fine.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Very fine. I'm Chuzo. This is our first time of meeting.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Well,
Nice to
your
meet
face
you.
looks very much familiar.
I'm everywhere. It's a digital world.
Yeah. How about
All right.
your friend?
Yeah, we're all doing great. We're all doing great. So this is a live
Okay,
session,
that's
and then we
Uzo,
have
right?
people online. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
sure. That's me.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you,
that's
Uzo.
good. All
Yeah,
right,
same
great.
here.
All right. So we have some people already asking questions. All right, people have their questions on ground, and then I'll just bring them up, and then we'll have you help us answer the questions. So we have our first question here from Christian Christian Chuku. Christian says, and since you're talking about a collateral, what is your take on this? Uh, you want to take that?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
get that point? Yeah.
I can take that. Okay.
All right, go
So
on.
the interest rate is actually set from onset now, which is like the APY gotten by these investors, right? So the interest rate is based on the asset type. There are different variations. So, but our interest rate is between 8% to 22%.
Okay.
You can see that on the
Over how
website.
long?
You see what?
Over a year? Per annum?
Yes, yes. APY.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All
8
right.
to
Thank
22
you.
APY.
8 to 22.
APY.
All right.
So
Great.
different assets with different APY, depending on risk model and then type of assets. Generally, different type of assets.
So who does all of this? Um, Uzachiku mentioned earlier that you have if a partnership with some microfinance bank. Are they like confidential, non-disclosed,
No, no, no,
or
no. Okay, so
okay?
the model we use is these businesses are brought by companies we call asset originators. So you can call them business originators, right? So now when these businesses come, they come with that identity of that asset originator, right?
All right.
Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Go on.
Okay, okay. So like
We
I
are with you.
said, yes. So come again, sorry.
I said, go on. We are with you. You are talking about the APY.
Okay, yeah. So for the APY, now that there are different type of assets and then they have different risk models. Say for instance, there are assets that are the liquidity value. The liquidity value is how can you liquidate that asset. So if it's an asset that you can liquidate very fast, so the APY usually used to be lower than those that you cannot liquidate instant. So their APY used to be very high, right? So all of these are contained in the risk model.
All right.
And then
So
we are using
go
go
on.
on.
All right, I wanted to ask because for some of these farmers, they want to put down maybe their crop or their animals as collateral, and you just made mention of things that can be sold immediately, liquidated. That's what it means, right? That can be turned to
Yes,
cash quickly, right?
yes, yes.
So does it mean that if I own a large farm, let's say a cucumber farm, my cucumber can be used or my crop? I don't even know what that the output, right? But I can put that as a collateral.
Yes. So now it depends on that's where your inventory come to play, right? So the business inventory in terms of we are having a duration. The minimum we're starting with right now is 6 years inventory. So we get to see your business. These data will now evaluate your business to what we call credit score. So that credit score, all of this happens on the Oracle. So that credit score is being that's exactly what will determine how exposed your business can be to the market. So if your credit score is very low, it means that like Cucumber Farm right now might have a very high uh, credit score because, say for instance, they've been operating for like 7 years, right? So you can track all the transactions and the rest. So you can now make it collateral. You can collateralize that. But there is a Cucumber Farm, for instance, of just 1 year, which is maybe below the standard of credit score, that you cannot collateralize because you don't have a history, a financial history backing your
Okay.
business.
All right. So, uh, from my experience, getting loans from the bank, when a farmer goes to the bank to get a loan, he has a fixed amount he's aspiring to get, right, irrespective of the value of his assets. All right. So, is it like a farmer can just decide, okay, this is how much I want, and he or she gets it immediately with, or I want to really get that point because look, I know I'm asking all these layman questions is because most of the people here are farmers, and even though some of them have gone to get loans, this is a whole new system, all right? So it's like learning blockchain technology, learning cryptocurrencies and everything at the same time. Do they need to own some cryptocurrencies or what, please? Oh, you're muted.
Okay, so they don't need to own any kind of cryptocurrency to access the platform. All they need is, like I said, for farmers is documentations. They are financial documents. That's all they need. So once they have these financial documents, they will come through business originators. These business originators will do things like KYC for them, valuation of the company itself or the business itself, right? So that's exactly what happens.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. This has been a very, very wonderful and straight to the point,
Mhm,
you
mhm.
know, broadcast. But is there anything, you want to let the public know about FarmBeats? Maybe a summary one more time so that those who are just coming in can just, know what FarmBeats is all about and what you do.
Okay. All right. So, FarmBit is an asset based platform that provide access to financing for businesses. Generally, these are agribusinesses in emerging markets, right? Before now, there's been a financing gap between financing businesses, especially agribusinesses. It's either the banks are not taking this as collaterals or the APYs used to be very high from the banks, right? So now that's why we have FarmBit. So FarmBit is here to solve that liquidity problem because it's a liquidity problem. The banks are not, the commercial lenders are not giving out liquidity, right? So we are tapping into a new kind of liquidity, which is DeFi liquidity. It's a global liquidity, right? This is not a liquidity that is based on region. Like for instance, if you operate in Africa, you operate anywhere, your business can be global and have this global view, right? So that's what we're doing with FarmBit. So generally, we are converting their business documents into NFTs, right? So we convert their business documents into NFTs, and then these NFTs are represented on FarmBit Pool. So on FarmBit
Okay.
Pool, that's where the funding happens. Stablecoin investors put in stablecoins into the pools where the NFTs are, and then the NFTs draw the financing for the farmer or the business owner. That's in stablecoin. So that's why I told you you don't need a coin to access it. You will get stable coins for your business. So you convert your stable coin to your cash, and then when you are financing back, because you use your business as a collateral, you're also providing back with stable coin. So we have
All right.
USDT, we have BUSD, and then we have recently we just have had the partnership with Macadam. So we have DAI right now.
Oh,
And then we're
die.
hoping to get Celu. So we're doing all our best to get all the stable coins so that users can be able to interact with all kind of stable coins on the platform because Fundbeat platform is not where we want to have volatility. Of course, we are bringing blockchain into a traditional system. So you have to, it's something you have to really look at very well from the traditional aspect and then from the blockchain aspect. So that's what Fundbeat is doing generally.
All right. Thank you for that. So I just have one more question and then we'll call it a wrap. So
Okay.
the Agro for Africa platform, we have people from various parts of Africa, all right, on the platform. So,
Okay.
what is FarmBit doing to? Is there a bridge, or is it just for Nigerians alone, or is there a way of? Is there a way for a farmer in South Africa or in Zimbabwe to access this uh, credit facilities from FarmBit?
Okay. So yes, now FarmBit is actually a global platform. We are only dealing with emerging markets because this is where we have the major problem. The problems are
Okay.
basically in Africa. So FarmBit is not for Nigeria. FarmBit is founded in Nigeria, but it's not just for Nigeria, right? So we are focusing on basically emerging markets. So we'll start with some of the top tier emerging markets like Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, and then before we can look at how to expand more. But generally, FarmBit is not just for a particular region. Where agribusiness is concerned, then FarmBit is there, right? So that's it.
All right, great, great. So one more thing you let me know is this. I have some friends in Uganda and Kenya. So
Okay.
they want to get started with FarmBit. How do they reach? Because I know for Nigerians, you're in Nigeria, obviously it's easy to reach you. But somebody in Uganda or Kenya or South Africa, how will they get started with FarmBit and accessing these credit facilities?
Okay, so what we're doing right now, we just want to get our mainnet. Once our mainnet is ready, and then we've launched, and our product is dealing with
So,
the partnerships we have right now. Currently, we have about 22 companies that are having agribusinesses under them, like FarmCrowdy, Family, uh, Pokervest. So they already have farm networks in their network. So once we have our main net by then, we should be able to expand into other countries because that's what will. It depends on the platform that country has. So South Africa should have also companies like FarmCrowdy, right? So those are the
yes.
ones we are actually dealing with directly. So penetration to another country is not that difficult. You just need to find these companies that finance other agribusinesses. So for someone in
Oh,
Kenya, if you want to get in touch, all they have to do is just keep following the FarmBit website. We'll keep our announcements there, and then the Telegram group. Join the Telegram group. As soon as we have any partnership or anything, we're going to announce it there. And then you can send your inquiries to our email. That's
okay. So, all right, go on.
hi at farmbit.io. So you can just type it or something.
Yes, yes. All right, let's do that. So we have hi,
Hi at farmbit.io.
hi. Okay, dot
Yes, yes.
FarmBit.
Hi.
Okay, dot IU.
Yeah.
All right. That's okay. You said hi at.
Yeah, hi at farmbit.io.
All right, and the website is
Farmbit.io.
fanbit.io. So for those of you just watching, you see scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. Let me also add the website. This is the email, right? Email
Yeah.
address. It's also on the website, so you can access it there.
Yes.
And then website. Give me a minute. Let me type that. The website is fanbit.io. All right. So you see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen, and you can also find it in the description box. I already added it there, fanbit.io. So thank you, Mr. Daniel Nicholas, for this wonderful opportunity. We hope that when you reach your mainnet, you reach out to us again, so you explain how the whole thing works, because I believe everybody here is anticipating.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fine. So thank you very much for the time and the privilege, of course, to talk with your audience. So hopefully, when our mainnet is ready, we'll be able to interact more and see how we can practically do some of these things.
All right, all right. We look forward to that, and kudos. We appreciate what you're doing for the farmers community across Africa and across the world. The aim is to ensure zero hunger and to eradicate
Sure.
malnutrition.
So
Thank you for what you're doing. We appreciate you.
yeah, thank God.
Right. So, thank you, Mr. Uzochiku. His screen is blind at the moment, and thank you, Mr. Daniel Nicholas. My name is Mbazu Chibuzo Emmanuel, and this is Agro for Africa. a place where we are in the business of helping farmers to succeed in agriculture. Whatsoever information, whatsoever thing that is going to help the farmers in Africa to succeed, we are all about it. So if you have offers like this, you have interesting news or interesting technologies that's going to help farmers across Africa to succeed, you can always reach out to us at Agro for Africa. The F is FOR, agroforafrica at gmail.com. And you can also visit our website, agroforafrica.com, uh, where you can also see our content and learn more about how you too can succeed in agriculture in Africa. So until I see you next time in our next video and in our next live session, have a wonderful evening. And oh, my bad. Thanks to all of you who turned. Look, I cannot appreciate you much. Thank you to all of you who turned out for this live session. I really appreciate you. Thanks for your time, and God bless you for all you do. Bye.